Lady Maureen, born Maureen Ateng, came into the world on November 22, 1984, in Seme Kombebwa village in Kisumu County, Kenya. From these humble lakeside beginnings, she rose to become one of the most celebrated Ohangla performers of her generation, revered across the country as the Queen of Ohangla. Her life, however, would be defined by both soaring musical triumphs and deeply painful personal struggles. She passed away on July 11, 2020, at the age of 35, leaving behind a legacy etched in the rhythms of Luo traditional music. Maureen was the daughter of Margaret Akinyi, with information about her father remaining unknown to the public. Her relationship with her mother would later become a major point of emotional strain in her life, particularly during the years she battled chronic illness. She grew up alongside her younger brother, Brian Otino, who would later follow in her musical footsteps. Brian often credited Maureen as his greatest mentor and the driving force behind his pursuit of music. No additional siblings were publicly mentioned. Raised in the vibrant, music-filled environment of the Luo community, Maureen became immersed in traditional rhythms from a young age. Those specific details about her education, such as her primary, secondary, or tertiary schooling, remain unavailable in public records. What stands out is her early passion for performance and cultural expression. Her entry into the music scene began when she joined Oni Papa J as a backup singer. Under the mentorship of renowned Benga artist Princess Julie, she sharpened her vocal skills and stage confidence. These formative years shaped the powerful performer she would later become. In the early 2000s, Lady Maureen stepped into the limelight with her solo career, quickly earning national attention. She brought renewed energy to Ohangla, blending traditional Luo rhythms with modern storytelling. Her strong voice, electrifying performances, and bold lyrical commentary set her apart. She produced numerous hit songs, among them Wagni Wabiro, Alemo, Gor Kogalo, and Raila Agwambo. Many of her compositions were political, reflective, and socially conscious, establishing her as one of the most influential praise singers aligned with the political figure Raila Odinga. Her songs became powerful campaign anthems that resonated widely with Kenyan audiences. Her talent took her across borders, performing both locally and internationally. However, her travels were not without challenges. In 2018, she and 15 band members were arrested in Mwanza, Tanzania, for performing without valid work permits. The ordeal, blamed on a promoter who disappeared with their temporary passports, marked the beginning of a difficult period in her life. The group was eventually released after fines were settled with the help of Kenyan media houses and fellow artists. Despite her fame, Lady Maureen lived a largely private life regarding romantic relationships. She was a single mother of 4 children, though little is known about the fathers. Her personal life grew more complicated during her prolonged illness. Her relationship with her mother, Margaret Akinyi, became severely strained. Reports indicate that during her illness, her mother refused to take her in after hospital discharge, citing unresolved family issues. These tensions played out publicly and sparked widespread debate about her support system. At the time of her burial preparations, a man who claimed to be her ex-husband, a miner from Migori, attempted to take part in funeral arrangements. The family rejected his involvement, insisting he had long parted ways with Maureen. Throughout her illness, she relied heavily on the kindness of friends, artists such as Akothi, and relatives from her maternal side. She eventually moved to the home of a cousin in Uteri, Migori County, where she spent her final days. Though widely celebrated, Lady Maureen faced significant financial hardship in her final years. There is no verified estimate of her net worth, but reports consistently describe her deteriorating financial situation. She made numerous public appeals for help to cover medical bills. Fans and fellow musicians criticized politicians, particularly those she had praised in song, for failing to support her. Claims surfaced that she never received royalties for her political anthems. Her story ignited a national conversation about the lack of financial protection and healthcare support for Kenyan artists. Controversies and public challenges. Lady Maureen's final years were marked by several well-publicized challenges. First, the Tanzanian arrest. Her arrest with band members for lacking work permits became a major legal and emotional setback. Second, political neglect. Fans accused political leaders she supported of abandoning her during her illness. Third, family conflict. The strained relationship with her mother became a central controversy as she struggled with homelessness while ill. Finally, burial disputes. Questions arose over where and by whom she should be buried, with her maternal cousin ultimately overseeing the arrangements. Illness and death. Lady Maureen battled a prolonged illness for nearly 2 years. Medical records and family statements suggest she suffered from hypertension, severe anemia, and malaria. She was frequently in and out of hospitals, facing mounting expenses and unstable living conditions. After being discharged from one of her final hospital stays, she returned to her cousin's home in Uteri, Migori County, where she spent her final days. Though widely celebrated, Lady Maureen faced significant financial hardship in her final years. There was no verified estimate of her net worth, but reports consistently describe her deteriorating financial situation. She made numerous public appeals for help to cover medical bills. Fans and fellow musicians criticized politicians, particularly those she had praised in song, for failing to support her. Claims surfaced that she never received royalties for her political anthems. Her story ignited a national conversation about the lack of financial protection and healthcare support for Kenyan artists.